Here we go. IMO.
Just some interesting spawns. It's going to be more interesting to see the way the alpha navigates this terrain here than anything else.
So this is game one of the Bullet Grand Champion Finals.
In the south corner, we have PewQ, mighty contender for Team Ronin. I don't know what to say about him that hasn't been said. He's a monster. Ruthless, like very calculating player. On the left hand here, the west corner, we have the TheeAlphaOmega, pro player from the Vikings, a former Bullet Grand champion himself. Let's see if he has it in him to take this away again.
I think this time Thee is matched against a much stronger opponent. I think both of these players are really very skilled and both experienced with 1v1s.
Yeah. The thing about this matchup here is I'm not sure where PewQ is going to send that warrior. I'd send it, like, no, with the information I have, I'd send it east. It doesn't look like there's a village between those two there. That's like the same animal, mountain and field tile that the alpha has vision on.
Yeah, and the alpha's blocked by some mountains. But, ooh, there they meet. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this, like, they both sent a warrior off to a location that isn't going to get them anything, like no
Right.
ruin, no village. But it's just, like, infinitely more recoverable for PewQ from this position. He just, like, sends it east, he's, like, already back in the game, basically. He, like, wasted 2 turns. Whereas the alpha wasted, like, 3 or 4. The other thing about this matchup is that even though you have, host skipping turn 0 to try to mitigate that first mover advantage some, it isn't all that bad for a slow tribe like IMO. They don't, like, lose out on the workshop income from, like, upgrading there, and they still get their pacifist monument before the away player. Plus, with, like, the position that they have, like, Pew's going to be slower to getting his, so that's interesting. He's going to give up the pacifist monument there.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Usually with IMO, you want to get that altar of peace on turn 5, but they attacked. So, okay.
I'm thinking about it. I'm wondering if this is, like, a really aggressive play, because now Pew doesn't really have anywhere that he can move that warrior without it getting killed. I
Right.
mean, he can just heal it here, which maybe the alpha's gambit is that it like slows him down, that would be a fine move. But I think if Pew can just, like, I don't know, maybe like tech into math or something, use that monument and, like, pull up with a giant because of it a lot sooner than the alpha, and maybe secure, like, a village in the center of the map.
So
Yeah,
he
he's gonna
didn't,
heal.
yeah, he just healed. And they both are going for hunting, which makes sense. Oh, and then, so Pew is going to get his first village, but Thee doesn't have one. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong.
Yeah,
Thee is getting his first village. But Pew doesn't have one in sight.
yeah, he's been, like, they both had their villages are, like, pretty far away. Like, you'd want to be able to, like, step on a village on turn 2 and capture turn 3, but like the alpha is who's, like, the only player to see a village.
Yeah, yeah.
Is capturing a turn late. This Pew is, like, you do want to, like, be able to capture turn 5 with turn 4 with a second warrior, but he's just not seeing anything. He's got, like, these tiny bits of resources, but they're not, like, which would indicate a village,
Yeah.
not, like, prove that one's there.
Yeah, it's
And it's
really
just,
like
like,
a
really
tease.
disappointing.
It's really a tease for Pew because you see all these resources, but there's no village. Ah.
Yeah, this might be like it's possible that this is a 4 village game, although there's space in the north corner for another village. We might see, like, I think it's, like, limited to, like, 6 or 7. I don't think it's possible that there's 8 with what we've seen on the map so far. Oh, no village again.
Oh no! No more! This is really hard for Pew. Oh wow.
He's not in a too terrible position though, because he still has the resources on his capital to just go for giant. Like
And
when you
he
can't expand, that's like really your only option.
and
So
Pew still has
fortunate enough to have that, but
Pew still has the option to do the altar of peace, right? He hasn't attacked. He healed.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Attacking here would be a big mistake for him. Like there's no recovery for that. He's using that warrior to protect his other one, stop Lee from advancing. Maybe he's gonna make like kind of like big grab for like a potential village in the center. Orc's nice there. It lets him upgrade both of his cities. I
Yeah.
mean, normally you'd want like forestry or like hunting is nice because it lets you tech into archery, which is very good for IMO. But
Yeah, org totally makes sense because he can upgrade both of them. Yeah.
yeah, he just needs to play around the resources that he has.
Okay, finally a village.
Yeah, like the north move makes sense with where those two fruits are. If he was like trying to go for something in the center, uh, it only gives up like the one tile, which we now know that can't have a village at all. It is interesting to see all those field tiles around there, though. IMO isn't
Yeah.
really known for their farm rates. He doesn't have work, so we don't know. Maybe they're all just farms, but it seems unlikely. He's
Yeah.
got a lot of stars here, so I'm sure he's going to be planning out his like what his game plan is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like the one I would suggest would just be giants here. It's simple enough, but it's really up to Pew.
Yeah, now that he's got the altar of peace, he can start attacking.
Yeah, and he's like challenging the alpha here. He's like, do you want to give up any like possible access you have to that monument here, or do you want me to just like advance my units, like
Yeah.
walk all over you?
Just walk on in.
I wonder if he's going to. He's got the stars for like upgrading the second city and then build another
Do you think
warrior.
do you think he'll get an explorer? Do you think they will use an explorer there or get
I mean,
because
it's
there's
possible. This is like a really edge case, so this is like okay, yeah, he's gonna go and attack. He's gonna give up that. He still had a chance at getting that monument.
oh.
Uh,
Oh, no explorer
he's
now. He doesn't need it with the climbing.
he's gonna give up that monument completely. Like earlier, it was possible. He like after attacking, he just didn't have any reason to attack for a few turns after that, and he didn't really need to attack. There was just something that was nice, but I'm not sure if it was worth giving up that monument for. Only time will tell.
Yeah,
And
we'll
this is
see.
interesting because the way he attacked there, he's like moving away from his capital because he knows he doesn't like actually have anything there.
Yeah.
Uh, but he also sets himself up with a warrior at 2 out of 3 kills if he wants to like veteran with that. A lot of warriors. That's going to be pressuring some nasty attacks later on. Plus the Organ Forestry. I think he might be going for Border Grove here in Doe's Giant.
Hmm. Yeah,
Uh,
a lot with IMO is just getting that giant and pushing in. But Pew has so many. Wait, sorry, Thee has climbing, and you can see all those mines, but I don't see any really good forge spots.
That's interesting. He pushed for that riskier village in the middle. I think I think he knows that Pew doesn't have any way to stop him from there. So even though it's risky, he's gonna take it because if
Yeah,
he waits later, like Pew's gonna capture the city, maybe get like riders or something, like archers. Uh, but I think he's got the ability here. If he can like capital giant, then he can drop that monument on his second city. He gets like
mm-hmm.
And that's difficult because the resources there are just bad. Like you got Oregon, there's just nothing on half those tiles.
Yeah, yeah, those tiles are all empty. Again, I'm still so surprised that you have all those resources, but they're just outside the perimeter.
Yeah, for sure. And like looking at where Pew's second village is,
Yeah,
just because of how villages spawn, they can't spawn on the very edge of maps. They
right.
can't spawn within 2 tiles of another one. He's got nothing. Like we're looking at all 6 villages in the game right now.
Yeah,
And it looks like like Aziz's move here, he's going to be able to like take this village over here. Then he's going to be in a really good position to take that one in the north.
yeah.
Like what is PewQ going to do about that?
And the
It might be
also,
like a 4 village to 2 game.
yeah, and the also has the ruin in the north on the mountain for later.
Yeah. I think what's going to come down to here is Pew has the resources to get a giant on his capital and then, like, take 5 stars of monument on his second city. Maybe he wants to get 2 giant, like, save that monument for a second
Yeah,
giant on his capital. But if he can just push those giants into the Alpha's capital, with, like, these warriors here to support, it doesn't really matter that the Alpha's income is larger.
yeah. But Thee
So
can also get his own giant in his capital if he, does some border expanding or getting mining. I don't
yeah,
know.
he's just not that well set up for it because of like number of cities he's going to have. Like
Hmm.
he's going to do like both forestry and mining, or he's going to have to get like uh
Oh, are
yeah,
we
yeah,
going to see the
okay.
giant?
Yeah, he needs border growth.
Let's see the giant.
Uh,
Is it coming? Oh, he has to chop one? What's he going to do? He has to chop one to get the giant?
yeah, he's got okay. If he chops, that means he can't get a second giant here, like without getting math. But I think it's still worth it because he
Yeah.
gets yeah.
Yeah, he made the call. Get that giant, and then he's going to put the
I'm
monument.
wondering if he's going to put the monument on his second city for the stars, or if he's going to put it on his first for a second giant.
Yeah.
Like both would be good here, but
Yeah.
yeah, needs that eco. I think he's got to be looking at getting riding and roads here just to move that giant towards
Right.
his capital faster.
Giant is slow, must get roads. But it's gonna. Does he have the stars for the tech? Oh, he does.
Yeah, that's the other thing about like getting giants and stuff on tiny maps is that it allows you to buy these techs. Like some some people, you look at their gameplay, they're very like expansive players. Like I'm gonna get a lot of cities to get a lot of income. But that's not the only way to get income. And when you get income with giants, sure, it might be 1 or 2 stars per turn lower, but you're also getting all these techs for a lot cheaper because you don't have as many cities.
Yeah.
Which, on a larger map, usually that doesn't matter as much. But on a tiny map, where things are decided a lot faster and giants are like much more
Yes.
important units, uh, like locking down a single city is, game changing.
Yep. In tiny maps,
Yeah.
I've seen so many games decided by just getting that early giant and pushing them into the opponent's capital, and then they can't do anything to unsiege.
Yeah, or even just like a crucial city, because like if
Mm-hmm.
Pew had like the giant on his second city instead of his capital here, and we saw that like pushing towards that
Yeah.
city, first he'd like take it, like no doubt. I don't see these like counterplay unless he like gets Smithery, and I don't think he has the eco for that. It'd be like a free to free city game. Unfortunately, like he just doesn't have those resources in the second city. One of the other benefits of like more expanded control more of the map play style, it doesn't really matter if the resources on one single city are as bad. You've got a lot of cities. It averages out. I think he's going to go riding here just because he wants roads. Like archers are a good play here, but he needs to move that giant quickly. The extra mobility matters a lot to him.
Well, he moved
Plus,
the giant
both riders,
north.
yeah, both riders and archers are nice for him here, just for taking that uh, city that the Alpha has over in the east.
He's trying to put pressure on the capital.
Yeah, he sees that's his way to win here.
Oh, he's going for
Okay, he's gonna
archery,
go for archery.
not roads. Oh, okay.
He's trying to preserve. It looks like he might be trying to preserve health on that warrior right in the capital borders,
I don't
because
remember.
that's warrior at 2 out of 3 kills.
That's what I was saying.
So
His
he's
is I don't remember. Is he
yeah,
close to getting a veteran?
yeah. That warrior on the forest is at 2 out of 3 kills.
Wow. Do you think he can move it in there and get a veteran? That would be cool.
I mean, it all depends on what the Alpha does here.
Yeah.
He hasn't been like tapping that warrior. He
Mm,
might. I'm not sure if he's like focusing on other things. If he gets border growth here, he has all the text he needs for a giant,
there it
like
is.
those free fruits
Oh, yep.
and the
There it
mine
is.
there.
Yeah, border growth.
He doesn't have the stars for it, but even if he gets sieged,
Yeah, he
he
can get it
on his
next turn.
capital.
Yeah.
He just needs to make sure that Pew can't block that one mine.
Oh. But Pew doesn't have climbing.
You might just buy it.
Pew can't block without climbing, right? I don't think.
Yeah, but that does not prevent him from being able to buy it. Plus, okay, it doesn't look like Pew would make that kind of play here, just because he doesn't know that there's a mine there. He doesn't know the resources.
Right.
He doesn't know that it's crucial to block this.
Right.
But the Alpha doesn't know that. If Pew has climbing and like he got an explorer to have vision on his capital or whatever.
Oh, did you say
Oh,
resign?
he
Oh,
resigned.
that's a surprise. Oh, wow. I guess he saw no way to win.